And again, welcome, folks, to another tropical update from Cayman Hurricane Center. And, folks, again, primary focus here will be on this very explosively, rapidly intensifying, now high end Category 5 Hurricane Milton. Yes, folks, Milton has rapidly intensified still. It all appears to be intensifying still, and there is the environment still ahead of it to allow it to intensify further. Folks, this is a significant event developing here, and we'll get right into it here. So, folks, here we are, our Hurricane Milton Category 5 beast of a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico here. Again, we'll note some notable features with this hurricane as we go. Just running through the advisory here for our Hurricane Milton, get you up to speed with the hurricane. As of the advisory here, 21,791.3, about 105 miles west-northwest of Progreso, about 700 miles southwest of Tampa, winds up to 175 miles per hour, moving generally to the east at 9 and pressure 991 millibars. Of course, as we can see, the hurricane watches and warnings, tropical storm warnings, and hurricane watches, tropical storm watches, storm surge watches for Florida as well. So just running through here, the northern Yucatan Peninsula here, we are looking at a hurricane warning with tropical storm warnings as well. Hurricane watch there as well for the northern portions of the Yucatan Peninsula. We do note here that we do have, again, some hurricane watches for Florida here. We note the Florida Gulf Coast from Chokoloskee to the mouth of Swanee River, including Tampa Bay, Dry Tortugas, Lake Okeechobee. We note the tropical storm watch from Flamingo south to Chokoloskee and the mouth of Swanee River to Indian Pass, lower, middle, and upper Florida Keys, including Florida Bay, under those tropical storm watches, and storm surge watch in effect Flamingo northwards to the mouth of Swanee River, including Charlotte's Harbor and Tampa Bay. Of course, as we could see here, we do have that extending further inland across the state of Florida. So again, all these areas under those watches at this time, we will see them extend out into warnings here in the next day or so. And again, we'll likely see some additional watches and warnings for the remainder of Florida as we do go forwards in time. Now, folks, getting into impacts here, especially for Florida. Of course, storm surge wise, we are expecting the impacts there. Anclote River to Englewood, 8 to 12 feet. Tampa Bay, 8 to 12. Yankeetown to Anclote River, 5 to 10. Englewood to Bonita Beach, 5 to 10. Charlotte's Harbor, 5 to 10. Bonita Beach to Chokoloskee, 4 to 7. Swanee River to Yankeetown, 3 to 5 feet. Folks, again, with the overall tide cycles being still relatively high at this time, obviously there's going to be a significant surge risk. And of course, the way how this hurricane is shaping up to go through Florida, the main concerns here for the impacts will be the greatest in this section of Florida here. But again, we're going to have to watch for other areas as well. Again, the southern portions of Florida will be getting in likely on some of those storm force winds. Could even get to some hurricane gust there in the area. Northern Florida, same as well. And we're going to have to watch what happens too on the east coast of Florida as the hurricane pushes through Florida and off of the eastern coast of Florida. We do note that the onshore fetch is going to be causing some issues for the west side of Florida as well after the system pulls through. So you're going to be needing to watch that as well. With regards to rainfall, another water threat from this, we are looking at roughly expecting round about, just getting this here, folks, 5 to 10 inches with some localized areas of 15 inches across the Florida Peninsula and Florida Keys as we go. There's a good chance here we could see those potentials potentially increase just a tad bit more here as we do get closer and we get some more rainfall here. So we're going to have to be watching that closely as well as we go. Of course, hurricane conditions in the immediate terms for the Yucatan Peninsula, we are expecting that storm conditions and then hurricane conditions for Florida likely as we get into Wednesday. So we're going to be needing to watch that. Preparations need to be rushed to completion, folks. And again, evacuation orders already given out in some areas. We do urge everyone to evacuate out of this. This is going to be an extremely significant event, folks. Again, as noted by the Tampa Bay National Weather Service office, this will likely be the most significant impact in over 100 years for the western part of Florida. And indeed, this will be certainly the most significant overall for Florida since Irma of 2017. We already note the largest evacuation estimated since Irma of 2017. Folks, this hurricane is not one to play around. Again, as I noted, the hurricane has been rapidly intensifying. On the advisory 175, I do want to point out here, folks, we did have hurricane hunters flying in to the hurricane, and we do note, again, some absolutely incredible observations here from the hurricane hunters. Whilst not yet reflected in the advisory, we do note that they did find some surface winds estimated there, even at the high end there. You can see here 203 miles per hour, just absolutely incredible high end Category 5 hurricane. And folks, we do expect that the environment ahead of this hurricane still quite favorable within this region here. So again, further intensification certainly possible and not out of the realm here that we could be talking about, again, more significant records being broken. We already have a number of records already broken by Milton. And again, we'll be needing to watch this very closely. Yes, we do expect a frontal boundary that's going to help bring Milton across Florida and out, will be imparting some wind shear on the system. However, again, the wind shear won't be too harsh on it. And also to note that this is a significantly stronger system than what was projected to come across initially. So it's certainly not out of the question that we could have a much stronger major hurricane here moving through this portion of Florida, impacts more greater. And then, of course, we do expect that as it pulls out, it will be moving a lot quicker as the frontal boundary will be coming in and sweeping that out and hopefully transitioning this thing, weakening and transitioning after it moves over Florida. Of course, naturally, land interaction will cause that to weaken in and of itself. Again, folks, we'll have more updates later today on Milton and, of course, the very rapid intensification that Milton is doing. Of course, we do have other systems. We'll have another separate video talking about those. We may even have another threat for the Western Caribbean, potentially the Gulf of Mexico coming up again, even after Milton. We'll have details on that on the upcoming videos. More videos, more updates on Milton later today, tomorrow, and of course as we get towards Florida. That's all from me. That's all from us here, Cayman Hurricane Center. We'll catch you again later today.